Season 3. A counter satire podcast designed to save the world or possibly end it. Brought to you in part by Bluetooth Production. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Check out my page for more info. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join me every Friday at 3 p.m. here, live on the Jawshow. You can find us everywhere. Join my evil empire today. Hello, everybody, and I'd like you to welcome to my stream B. And I have to take this off real quick here. We had some minor technical difficulties today, so we're starting a little bit late.
At least they were all on my end.
Some on my end, some on his end, and some things going this way and that way when they were supposed to be going this way.
Stupid internet.
Oh, well, you know how that goes. It's just those evil people trying to stop our evil plan. Ah, she's got a zombie.
Oh, God. I'm working on a plan for that. I don't know what it is.
So anyway, this is my lovely wife, Eunice. I'm Jabadier, and my guest here today, Alluvion, or better known as B, quotation marks.
Which is true.
So I guess we want to get to know a little bit more about you. Like, how did you start in the industry that you're in? Like, where was the very start of it?
I mean, I guess, if we want to just start with like paid shows, I guess would probably be a good place to start. I think when I was 17, I did my first paid show, and then I've just been trying to go up from there. But, you know, as you probably know, a lot of times you have to pay to play, or just pay for, play for free. So it is what it is. And I just try to, gather new followers anywhere I can and make the best music I can and learn from my mistakes and, just
like a lot of people in this industry do.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's hopefully I'll be able to be a part of the industry. Right now, I don't even necessarily consider myself part of the industry just because it's so hard to connect to any following that I know I actually have, which is odd, but
right. And it's like things like that happen in the music career. I don't know how long have you been doing this, and you're from Minnesota, right?
Yep. I was born in Colorado, but I've lived in Minnesota practically my whole life, other than moving around in general. But yeah, mostly here.
And what's the inspiration behind your kind of music? Because we both listened to the video that you sent me that we will be playing later, halfway through the show here for you, all of our guests. You, but I guess we kind of wanted to know where the style of music, or what would you describe it as?
I mean, the shorthand would just be experimental, which obviously doesn't give people much of an idea what to expect. Electronic experimental. I think I have kind of a blues rock style, but I don't know if that's what it comes across as to my listeners.
Sometimes it came a little bit across to me personally as kind of a little bit grungy with a blues twist kind of a deal.
I'm glad that you said grunge, because that actually, I mean, Nirvana would be, I think, my first, the first band that I found on my own completely. That was everything up to that point was given to me more or less by my two older brothers and my parents. A lot of, 60s, Bob Dylan, The Doors, Janis Joplin, Rolling Stones, and then and then the best of the best, still in my opinion. And then my brothers got me into the 90s hip hop, gangster rap stuff. So that's in there too.
That's a broad spectrum.
Yeah. And I mean, classical music was always on too, so I pretty solid background in Bach and Mozart and those other greats as well. So I'm all over the place.
So what did you listen to when you were a teenager? Did you listen to the classics like Bob Dylan and Janis Joplin and all those greats, or were you listening to what was contemporary at the time?
Definitely a mix. I mean, I would say for sure in my teenage years, I leaned more on what I was discovering that was new, like Nirvana and anything that was on, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, stuff like that. I was pretty heavy into grunge, but then got into the new metal scene. Also, Deftones and Korn and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've just been kind of all over the place. At the same time, I mean, I was always listening to the Doors, Bob Dylan, especially those two, Simon and Garfunkel. It really goes everywhere. I could be listening to Meshuggah 1 second and then listening to Paul Simon the next minute. So.
Now, did you ever listen to Moody Blues?
I know some Moody Blues, but it's not like my mom was a big fan for sure. So it was in the background.
Yeah, I was a big fan of theirs when I was growing up too. And the first real solid exposure to the Moody Blues, at least for me, was their Threshold of a Dream album. And
is that like earlier in their career? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but is that like earlier on in their career, or?
Yes, yeah, that was very solidly. Oh God, when was that? I think they put Threshold of a Dream out in like 66, 67, something like that. And
explosion time too.
Oh yeah, that I was grateful for that. But anyway, Jabadier.
Yes. She likes to take over my show a lot, so I just sit back here and go, okay, wait for her to stop. Yap.
I can talk music of pretty much any decade for as long as you want. I'm also, when I'm not playing my own music and making my own music, I'm a wedding DJ on the weekends, so I'm also forced to listen to a lot of music that I wouldn't normally listen to, which is sometimes great and sometimes ear numbing.
Not your bag, but you're gonna play it anyway because it's their bag.
It's fun when other people are having fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to have that as a performer who also, I used to be kind of, I never would have seen myself being a wedding DJ. I thought that was, to be perfectly frank, I looked down on that type of, that was like selling out to me, like, oh, you're playing covers and get, like it, but it's all about just having a good time,
Now, speaking of covers, the link that you sent to Jabadier, I love how you redid that song.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not going to give it away until Jabadier actually plays it, and I'll be curious to see how many people recognize it.
Same. It is kind of, it's a kind of a deep cut, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was very appropriate at the time, and unfortunately, I don't think it's gotten any less appropriate, that song and that really just that style of music. I'll also not give it away, but I thought it was appropriate to show a cover for some of those same reasons, because it's not all I do by any means. In fact, I don't really do all that many covers, but I do really like taking especially a lesser known song and kind of, I don't really feel I changed the song that much. It's got like roughly the same vibe, but it's just added a few elements that weren't there.
And when I was listening to you when you first started singing on that track, I was like, I know this song. And then I was listening to your version, and wow, I was duly impressed.
Yeah, that was the first time she heard it. She only heard it like half an hour ago, because we were like waiting for things to happen on both of our ends. Like I said, some miscommunication, some people trying to stop our evil plan.
That's what it was. There we go.
And the UN.
Government, who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean, I really enjoy that. I mean, clearly, I still enjoy that era, and I'm never going to leave it in the dust. That's still easily some of the best music ever made from that era. So,
talk about walking in fire.
Someone got burned.
I burnt myself on my wife.
Well, it's not on me.
Well, okay. You were holding the cigarette that burnt me.
Mm-hmm.
Burns occurred.
Oh, look, I don't have to go to the hospital. Look, I'm all healed. Yay!
Thank you, cheese man.
Where does that?
So I've got a question for you now that my lovely wife is done asking a question here. why music? What was your driving force to say, hey, I want to be in the music industry and I want to get up on stage and play not only covers but my own stuff that I want to play? What was the?
Honestly, I think the very first, like at least the first that I can remember, is going to be kind of ironic and funny to a lot of people. Milli Vanilli. Really, I just, man, I was taken back by those braids, and
Yeah.
I still, yeah, that for those the first hits that they wrote were great. That they were totally performing.
Yeah.
But that's the first, like, I loved Blame It on the Rain and stuff when I was a kid, and then Bonnie Raitt was another one that stands out. So I mean, I'm all over the place with like what caught my ear when I was a kid, but it was early, that's, I have always wanted to be, it's really all I've ever really wanted to be or seen myself doing is like, I need to be a performer of some kind. So whether it was acting or, a lot of people throughout my life were like, oh, you should be an actor. I'm like, well, I've already chosen musician, so thank you, but you can tell somebody else. But I'd be
been others that have made that leap from musician to acting. So
and vice versa. So yeah, I mean, I think that from an artistic standpoint, I've always felt that you need to start as a musician first. Otherwise, you'll never be, viewed as a musician. If you go from actor to musician, very few do that successfully that I've, but which is strange. I don't really see how that makes any sense. It doesn't make sense, but
no. But I think that's how Rick Springfield got started. Is he was on a soap, and on the soap he was asked to, I don't even remember what it was, but he played some of his songs, and people loved him so much that he kind of was forced into recording an album, and that's what kind of springboarded him.
But
to a lesser extent, Frank
Stallone. To learn about other arts, but we're here to find out about Alluvion, and it's Alluvion we want to be showcasing right now, not all these other people. So, shut the hell down.
But I mean, I could sum up everything I've done in about a sentence. So I actually, most of my unreleased. So I think I have 5 albums.
Right.
5? Good.
I think so. If you go to, I'll have to share. It's my Bandcamp link has all of my albums up to date.
Because I've got your website up to show later as well. So we'll show that at the end of our beautiful episode that we have here. And
I should have brought the T-shirt with me. That's
should have brought the T-shirt.
Anybody that needs an Alluvion T-shirt, I got them.
So he's got T-shirts, he's got merchandise, he's got a web page, he's got songs out there on YouTube and stuff like that. And you said that your success hasn't been taking off as well as you would like it. What do you think is holding you back? What do you think?
Well, I mean, a short answer would be COVID for the for like the most recent time. That really stuck all of the wrenches in all of my gears in terms of performing, obviously. So, and I have a ton of material that I was waiting to essentially, expose people to. The only proper use of the term expose people. Yeah, exactly. Flash them with new music. But I didn't have an outlet to do that, and I've really struggled at having like an online presence. I'm not good at selling myself or promoting myself unless I'm on stage, and it's hard to be on stage when you're not when there's no stage. So
right, and everyone had big problems with COVID and interfering with their lives and stuff like that. A lot of us had that issue. Yeah. This show was born because of COVID. This show was born because COVID happened. I lost my job because we're both having underlying conditions. We're both overweight. We've got so many health problems we don't want to name right now.
And we're in such a good state in our healthcare system, clearly. So
yeah. So we had to, I had to quit my job because I was a food delivery person and I could have brought it home to both of us. And that just wasn't an option,
True.
And
Luckily, I mean, there is obviously blessings in disguise. So I mean, that
right.
good
So
things
I mean, that's
thank
kind of one of the reasons that that happened for me. But you know what? I know why you're really here today. You can't stop my evil plan.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. If you could change the world with one thought, snap your fingers and make the world a better place, save the world, how would you do that?
Frankie, say relax.
Yes. Yes. I like it.
Frankie, say relax. So you just want everyone to relax.
Yeah, just calm the heck down, everybody.
That's an interesting answer because a lot of people, I think what COVID did do for a lot of us was kind of take us back to a place where we had to kind of calm down for a little bit. Now that we're starting to speed up again, we're already forgetting some of the things, good things and bad things, like you said, came out of COVID,
For sure.
And what we do here on the Jawshow is we try to show that your professional and personal life can be promoted at the same time. We try to save the world. So we ask that question because we want to get an idea of where your mindset is. And you say relax. So what is it you do to relax? Or do you do anything like giving back to your local community, or do you charity events or anything like that?
Events, I can't say that I've been too much a part of. There's a great Midwestern festival. I don't know if you've heard of Big Turn Music Festival. Happens in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah.
Excellent place to go, which is, I mean, I can't say that performing there is necessarily giving back. I guess that depends on, your view, but the festival itself, being a part of that felt, that's an amazing thing, especially in this part of the country, really, not just the state, but this part, there aren't that many things like that. Especially with that variety of music, it's kind of like a mini Lollapalooza there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be able to play
Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
That brought me back.
Minipalooza? It's a mini palooza. There you go.
Yeah, mini palooza.
I was trying to get to that event so hard and I couldn't make it. I was like, just
as a teenager,
and I'm like, glad. I was almost glad I didn't go after it. So
the first one or the 99?
The 99
reboot.
I wanted to go to both, but I can't say that I missed the 99 one after seeing what happened there. But
yeah, that's kind of why I said the 99 one, because it's just like everyone knows. Well, most people know the story behind the 99. It was a complete fiasco. They completely botched everything on that.
Worse than Woodstock.
Yeah, worse than Woodstock. And but at least Woodstock was iconic for a good reason. They were iconic for a bad reason. So
several bad reasons.
Several bad reasons. And it's good that people have a chance to go and do some relaxing and getting out of there. And like I was saying, what do you do to relax yourself?
Yeah, other than trying to make music as often as possible, which is relaxing when I'm not tearing my hair out over some, technical issue or something like that. I am trying to get back into yoga, which is, really hard. Honestly, the thing I like best about that is getting myself into a regimen, which also then makes it easier to relax. Yeah. So I'm often driving myself nuts, preparing to do things.
Yeah. Before we get too far, I would like to introduce some of your music that I promised to play. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to take you us all off the screen. We're going to play some music for these people here. So we'll be back in just a little bit.
Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. With his wife and 5 children and his cabin broken down. You looked for work and money, and you walked that ragged mile. You look for work and money, and you walk that ragged mile. Your children are so hungry that they don't know how to smile. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. You walk the floor and you wonder why with every breath you breathe. Well, rats got your flower, Beverly got your mare. Well, rats got your flower, Beverly got your mare. There's anyone who knows, is there anyone who cares? Well, you pray to the Lord, well, please send you a friend. You pray to the Lord, well, please send you a friend. And your empty pockets tell you that you ain't got no friends. Your babies are crying loud now, and it's pounding on your brain. Your babies are crying loud now, and it's pounding on your brain. Your life screams are stabbing you like a dirty dry in the rain. Your grass is turning black, and there's no water in your well. Your grass is turning black and there's no water in your well. You spend your last $1 on them 7 shotgun shells. Mexico, Rico. Way out in the wilderness, a coyote. Your eyes fixed on that shotgun you got hanging on your wall. Your brain it's a bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your legs are bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your eyes fixed on that shotgun that you're holding in your hand. There's 7 breezes blowing all around your cabin door. There's 7 breezes blowing all around your cabin door. And 7 shots ring out just like the ocean's pounding roar. There's 7 people dead on your South Dakota farm. There's 7 people dead on your South Dakota farm. But somewhere in the distance, there's 7 new people born.
Yay! Yay! Peanut butter loved it. What's everybody else think? Ooh. Say that again. Say that again, Peanut. I can only hear and see myself at this point.
Oops, my bad.
There you go. Sorry, I was like, I hope they're not asking me questions. I'm just
Bad host.
No, I just forgot to when I was trying to fix the screen, because I also wanted to show your website to people here real quick, and I'll keep
got
it on this online for this one here. But just to kind of show people here, and they can also check out his website here at AlluvionEvenson.com, and he has a song and a playlist. You can also check out his merch on here somewhere as well, I believe. Yep.
And you can join the mailing list, which is always helpful because then you'll get updates on upcoming shows and all that jazz.
Right. So I just wanted to share that real quick with everybody so they could see that today. So I really want to thank you for being here today and sharing your story with us and visiting with us. And Cassidy, what's your puppy's name?
This is Peanut Butter. Say
Peanut
hi.
Butter? Our cat's name is Lucifer, but he's kind of being a shy boy right now. So
Well, he probably should have a more demonic name. As you can see, she really likes flesh the best.
Oh yeah, just like her.
Yeah.
I should put my finger that close to her mouth. Ah! Anyway, well,
It's been so for this whole thing. Let's give Peanut Butter a hand too.
Yay, peanut butter.
There you go, have a hand. I think he's gnawing on yours right now. That's enough for him. So I really want to say thank you for being here today and taking some time out of your schedule. If you have anything coming up that you'd like to tell people about right now,
just more music coming out all the time. I've got
so check the website for more information. There's more music coming out soon. That's where you can find out more information about what may be coming soon, guys. So definitely go check his website out. And don't forget to check in with me every Friday at 3 p.m. That might be changing at the end of March. We might be moving to a 6 p.m. hour just to give people a little bit more chance to get home and get ready for things. So we'd like to thank you very much for being here today, B, and Alluvion, and bye, Peanut Butter. And
bye. Really enjoyed it. Oh, I love your fur baby.
She's pretty great.
All right, well,
thanks again so much. I really appreciate it.
Now, how much time have we got left?
We got enough time to show them my slideshow, which is this. The Jawshow podcast was brought to you in part by Blue Sphere Productions. The Unknown Prophet, well, he's a good guy. That's me. If you want to check out more about me, you can check out the Unknown Prophet page here just in a little bit. But check that out today. I'm also sponsoring P3 Paranormal Partnership Program. You can tell I haven't practiced that. But most importantly, Music Network One is a music networking site designed for people in Minnesota for networking. If you want to get to be part of a networking system that actually works, I highly recommend them. And I'd like to thank you in checking out my store here at Storefront. I've got merch too, so if you'd like to buy a t-shirt or something like that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe my page. And for now, here we go with my final message. Thank you for watching the Jawshow. I really appreciate you coming to watch my show today. Don't forget, if you have an interesting business, craft, and or talent, or do anything interesting, or even an interesting person who would like to be on my show, all you have to do is contact me via my Facebook Messenger or my email at jawshow@bluesphereproductionsllc.com. I am available on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, you'll never stop my evil plan. Bye. See you later.